with CC and Keith, where we talk about sports and everything in between. CC's got the jokes, Keith's got the stats. Hit the play button. It's time for the show. Get ready to dive deep into the sports entertainment world. The Sports Bros Podcast where the fun never stops. Join CC and Keith as they race for the top. Discussing games and stats. It's time to play. The Sports Bros Podcast are here to stay. Three-pointers, they cover it all. Lucas' favorite podcast 45 is on the call, saying it's tremendous for America's wall. Luke Bryan chiming in, saying, hey y'all. Chip thunderstorms, epic tornado fall. Tommy Lock picking spreads as he makes his call. Jerry's on the show to confuse us all. Jason Statham bringing new meaning to fear. Just see the body doing his best to keep his name clear. Keeps passion for sports, CC's hilarious calls. The Sports Bros Podcast, one for all. The Sports Bros Podcast where the fun never stops. Join CC and Keith as they race for the top. Discussing games and stats. It's time to play. The Sports Bros Podcast are here to stay. The Sports Bros Podcast where the fun never stops. Join CC and Keith as they race for the top. Discussing games and stats. It's time to play. The Sports Bros Podcast are here to stay. The Sports Bros Podcast where the fun never stops. Join CC and Keith as they race for the top. Discussing games and stats. It's time to play. The Sports Bros Podcast are here to stay.
The following program contains coarse language and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's time for the Sports Bros. Without any further ado, here are your hosts, CC and Keith.
Welcome everybody to another exciting edition of the Sports Bros, the number one sports podcast.
No circumstance
I'll show you pictures when we get back home.
My co-host Keith is not going to be able to join us today, but that's okay. He is actually celebrating his birthday.
That trick elbow got me. He didn't like that.
Of course, I am your host, the unofficial official mayor of Rendon, CC, and let me just go here. Get bigger. There we go. Getting bigger. There we go. Excuse me there. I don't know what's going on with my slow computer.
Freaking idiot.
Anywho, welcome. It is a great day today for sure. Keith's birthday, of course. Happy birthday, Keith. He's enjoying some family time right now. And I just wanted to come on here and see how everybody is doing. It's been a great week, a great weekend. Football is officially back. The debate is about to happen. So a lot of things are about to happen, and it's gonna be tremendous, as they say. It's gonna be It's going to be absolutely tremendous, as they say. So it's going to be fun. But I hope everybody out there is having a great time, enjoying your, what is today, Tuesday? Yeah, it is Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, it is Tuesday. It was perfect. It was perfect. It is absolutely perfect. Yeah, as many of you know, today or tonight, in about an hour or so, yes, in about an hour, we'll be having the presidential debate. And I got to say, should be very interesting. Should be very interesting. I hope that all of you are in tune, so to speak. But before we get to that, let's talk about what happened over the weekend. As I said, football is back. So let's get right into it, shall we? It was a great college football weekend with, Texas dominating Michigan at the Big House, 31-12. Oregon, I gotta have a talk about the Oregon Ducks. They're struggling. They won, but they're struggling. Okay, I don't know. I gotta have a talk about that. So let's get into that. Oregon, look, you went to the Big Ten, you left the Pac-12 where you completely dominated, and you went to the Big Ten, and now you're struggling. Now, don't get me wrong, Boise State's a really good team, but to win, surviving like that, 37-34, I mean, you're the Oregon Mighty Ducks, for God's sakes. Quack, quack. Get it together, guys. But I'm telling you, the big one over the weekend is one that shocked everybody, and that was Northern Illinois. There it is. Northern Illinois facing off against Notre Dame, and they shocked them 16-14. Yes, Doe is right, because it's not only that they defeated Notre Dame in their own home, but Notre Dame paid them $1.4 million to come play them. So how great is that? You get a nice payday, and you beat the team at their own house. I'm just saying. That's money right there. Congratulations to Northern Illinois defeating Notre Dame. But going back to that Texas-Michigan game, is Texas real? Is Texas for real now? Are we going to start seeing the annoying Texas fans with the hook 'em? Is that, is everybody going to start jumping on that bandwagon now? They beat the defending national champions, who, quite honestly, is not the same team like they were last year. Hell, they don't even have their head coach anymore, or do they have their starting quarterback? But, us over here in Texas, are we going to start seeing that annoying bandwagon Texas Longhorn fan now? Hook 'em, hook 'em. Oh yeah, I've always been a fan. Hook 'em. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. I hope, maybe, I don't know, Iowa State comes in and beats them or something like that. I don't know. That would be great. Yeah, they look good. They look really good. I hate to say it. They look really good. But we'll see what the old SEC brings to the Texas Longhorns. As they still got to play Oklahoma in the Red River Shootout. Oops, I wasn't supposed to say that. I can't say shootout. Whatever it's called now. So should be interesting. We'll see if Texas can run the table now. They got the first hump off their shoulder and beating Michigan pretty decisively. I want to show. Let me see if I can pull this up here. I want to show this Dallas Cosm. It's a bar in Dallas. Okay, let me cut this music off. It's a bar in Dallas. It's really cool. They have a great screen, and you can watch football and events there and everything. I just want to show you this real quick. Look how cool this is right here. Here we go. How cool is that? That is literally at a bar. You can sit there, have some drinks, have some food, and it looks like you're right there at the end zone. That's a pretty cool spot that I definitely want to go check out for sure. So yeah, that was cool. So yeah, college football, good week, good teams, good upset. It's only the start of the season, and it's just going to get better. So let's move on, shall we? And that sound only means one thing, that the NFL is back. Thank you, football Jesus. The NFL football season is back. We started off Thursday night with the Ravens taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, and it came down to a toe. That is what it came down to right there. Unfreaking believable. It came down to a toe. Crazy. That's the NFL for you, though. Off to a hot start. Then you go on to Friday, and they play in Brazil, the Eagles and the Packers. Packers look like they had a shot to maybe tie this up, but unfortunately for them, their quarterback, Jordan Love, sprains his MCL and ACL. He is out for 3 to 4 weeks. And that just I saw the replay. If you go back and see the replay, you literally see his knee just pop. I hate that. But yeah, so the Eagles end up winning that one. Let me see. What was the score on that one? 34-29. That's right. I have my notes right here because, I'm professional. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so that only starts off the season. And then Sunday, you move on to Sunday. Oh, great games on Sunday. First off, hats off to the Dallas Cowboys, okay? Hats off to you. A lot of people did not have you think that you were going to go into Cleveland and beat the Browns, who were a playoff team last year, and you end up doing it. So congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys. And right before kickoff, Dak Prescott does receive his NFL record-breaking deal of 4-year, what was it, 4-year, 40 million, 290 million? I don't know. It's absurd is what it is. Absurd. But Dak is going to be a Dallas Cowboy now. So congratulations to him. I'm sure the Cowboy fans are loving that. Anywho, so they do end up going into Cleveland, defeating the Cleveland Browns. Other games, let's see, I think the big one was the Bengals. What happened to the Bengals, man? You end up losing 13-10. Oh. And then the big news out of Miami is before the Miami game, wide receiver Tyreek Hill gets pulled over and then handcuffed like he's a criminal. Ends up making it to the game, though. Ends up getting a touchdown and then does a celebration with his hands behind his back.
Because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
No, you do not, Tyreek. No, you do not. So there you go. So the NFL is in full effect. And then last night, the return of Aaron Rodgers and the Jets as they face off against not a Christian McCaffrey team, because game time he was scratched with a cap, but it didn't matter as the 49ers defeat the Jets on Monday Night Football. So there you go. NFL is off to a great start. Man, football season's back. The weather's getting better. I can smell it in the air. My allergies are fucking up like no other. It's great. It's greatness. It's that time of the year where your allergies get messed up and, you know, you wish to hell that the summer was still around, but whatever. It's that time of the year. It's greatness. You know, there's one thing about Texas that I will say that is, we get about, I don't know, 2 weeks worth of fall weather, which is great because you wake up and it's like 50 degrees outside. It's beautiful. Awesome. And then maybe stays in the 70s all day. Beautiful. And then right back down to muggy 85. And then here's winter. That's just the way Texas is. I don't know. It's crazy, but, so yeah, there's that. Look, I'm not trying to complain or anything. Don't get me wrong, I'd rather have the cold than the 118 degrees for sure. It's just what it is, you know? So who knows? It's going to be fun. It's gonna be fun. Let's see what we got here. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Yeah, he ain't on yet, so he had to be coming on here real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, right before his big debate, ladies and gentlemen, here is the one and only Mr. Donald Trump. Hello, I just wanted to come on here real quick to wish me luck. You know, I'm about to go in there and totally demolish Kamala and, you know, just like I did to Sleepy Joe, I'm totally going to make her retire as well. And should be a tremendous day for the Trumpster, I'm telling you. Well, Mr. Trump, you know, it's a lot of people are saying quite the opposite on this one. How do you feeling going into this one as opposed to when you faced off against President Biden? Well, I tell you, it's like, you know, I look at it this way, like Biden is, he's a lot like old Yeller, you know, you had to put him out of his miseries, which I did. And now I got, you know, his granddaughter, it seems like, she's a little ditzy. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I should wipe the floor with her for sure. Huh. Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on and some short notice here. I mean, you're about 30 minutes away from your big debate. Are nerves kicking in? How you feeling? Well, I tell you, it's, you know, when you've been doing this for a long time, a very long time, and you've been doing this probably better than anyone who's ever done debates, you know, the nerves are, they don't affect me whatsoever because, you know, I'm built a little different than most people. I don't know. All right. Well, I just want to thank you for coming on. And any last thoughts before you hit the stage? I'm telling you, this is going to be the biggest debate of all time because this is going to prove without a shadow of a doubt that I am the right fit to run this country and get America back again. Like I've said on your podcast many times, CC, sometimes you just got to grab America by the pussy. Thank you, sir, for your for you coming on. I appreciate that. There he goes. Well, I guess I'll address this. I didn't really want to, but you know, it's kind of funny in a way. So last week, I played a clip of how gold medalist rugby champion Elaine Meyer, or Mayer, however you want to say it, I don't know. And I made a joke that she may look like a man. Well, I got my first hate mail. Well, I wouldn't say hate mail because you don't get mail anymore. You just, you know, people instant message you. Yeah, I got one of those. It's great. I feel like I've might have made it now because, you know, I've been doing this show for so long and, you know, never really got any hate. So felt kind of good. But look, honestly, I will say this. Everything that you see on this show, I'm talking to you. Talking to you. Talking to you. Talking to all you. Anything that you see on this show right here, is simply satire. It's simply entertainment. Anything that comes out of my mouth, 9 times out of 10 is not what I truly feel. Okay. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. And I would like to think that most of you out there that watch this show, the 4 of you or 5 of you that watch this show, would agree that, these guys are just idiots. That's why I like to kind of think of it as. So when jokes are made like that, you got to take it in 2 different spots here, right? You got to take it on the entertainment purposes because let's face it, I'm not the only one that thought this. Okay? And I'm not making a joke of it. It just what it is. It's called entertainment. It's called, I don't know. Anyways, fact of the matter is, if you watch the whole video, even though may have made a reference that maybe she's the man, I did say that what she did for the country is tremendous. And I did congratulate her. I did think that it was absolutely awesome of what she's done for our country and what she's continuing to do, which is be on the cover of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition. Great for her. Now she's been chosen to be on Dancing with the Stars. That's awesome. But I'm sure that she knows that things may be said about her. And it's just, unfortunately, the way that this society is. And like I said, there's 2 take. I mean, you could take one in and you could take the other. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, whatever comes out of this show is for entertainment purposes only. Okay? Anything that comes out of this that you think that we actually believe in, totally not true. This is an entertainment show. It's like when you turn on The Simpsons or you turn on Married with Children or whatever TV show is on now. It's all entertainment. That's the same that it's here. Okay? Just want to preface that. Just want to bring that out there. But thank you. Thank you for the hate mail. I appreciate it very much. My first hate mail. Awesome. It's greatness. Totally sweet. I like it. I kind of felt proud, in a weird way. But anyways, I want to get to a segment now that I like to call NFL players that could have been. Okay. Now, these are the NFL players that were like very much dominant in college football. And then when they went to the NFL, their career just died. Okay. A lot of people have debated this. A lot of people have put names out there that, this is my list here. And what brought this upon me, or what brought this upon this list, is I watched the documentary Vic on ESPN Plus. It's a documentary. It's a 30 for 30 documentary about Michael Vick, about the rise of Michael Vick and the downfall of Michael Vick with the whole dog fighting scandal. And he was the one that automatically popped in my head that what could have been. And he is actually on this list. So let's go down this list real quick. And we'll start off with Michael Vick. Michael Vick was huge. Had one of the greatest freshman years of college football with Virginia Tech. Was drafted number 1 by the Atlanta Falcons. It just dominating. He was, to this day, if you play Madden 04 as Michael Vick, it's kind of like Bo Jackson in Techno Bowl. You ain't going to tackle him. It's crazy. Michael Vick was by far on his way to become one of the GOATs. But unfortunately, his ego and the people that he hung around with got the best of him. And he got in huge trouble with, unfortunately, sad situation, a dog fighting scheme that was going on in his house. it was just a terrible, terrible story. Especially, me being a dog lover, crushed. I was crushed. Those poor dogs went through such hell. And Vic deserved to go to jail because he was the ringleader around this whole thing. He did serve his prison time, and he did get out of prison, and he did try to make a brief comeback with the Philadelphia Eagles, but by then his reputation was done. I mean, he did all right with the Eagles, but he wasn't the same. So Michael Vick is definitely one of those college football players. Number 2 on this list, Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football. My God, you talk about a year in college football. It has to top up there with Michael Vick is Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel in his freshman year at Texas A&M was the biggest name in college football that year than anybody. I mean, he won the Heisman. He won the Heisman as a freshman. No one gave him a chance in hell to win this Heisman, and he did it. He went to Alabama and beat number 1 Alabama in Alabama. And that was deep in the Nick Saban era. Okay. They went in there and they beat Alabama that year. Greatness. That put Johnny Manziel on the map. Unfortunately, when that put him on the map, that means the more parties he got invited to, the more friends, so-called friends that he made, and drugs and alcohol got involved, and his life just went in a whirlspin, and he just couldn't recover from it. Got drafted by the Browns. Did not learn any plays from the Cleveland Browns, as you'll see in the documentary of you got to watch that one too. Johnny Manziel, holy cow, he did so much blow. He did so much blow. He loved the sugar booger. So yeah, Johnny Manziel is another what if. What if he got his life together? What if he laid off the sugar booger? What if he actually focused and learned the plays for the Cleveland Browns? Who knows? Number 3 on this list, Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams, my God, probably one of the greatest running backs in college football history. You got your Bo Jacksons, of course. You got your Adrian Peterson was good in Oklahoma as well. But Ricky Williams was just on another level with those dudes. And, he just couldn't drop the weed, man. But, he was in the wrong era. I will say that. Ricky Williams, if Ricky Williams was now, he'd be okay because, they kind of let marijuana slide now in the NFL. But back when Ricky was drafted by the Saints, no, that was not allowed. And just couldn't drop the weed, man. And he decided to just leave the NFL and smoke some pot and hang out, dude. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, so Ricky Williams, another one that could have been. Andrew Luck. Man, what could have been with Andrew Luck? Andrew Luck was the next Peyton Manning coming out of Stanford. The Colts even drafted him. He was going to be the next Peyton Manning for sure. And he was well on his way, leading the Colts to numerous playoff wins. But he just got injured too much, and unfortunately, injuries caught up with him, and he had to retire from the NFL at a young age. I don't even think he was 30 when he retired. I really don't. But, man, what could have been with Andrew Luck? Andrew Luck would have been a great quarterback for sure. Next on this list is Terrell Davis. Even though he won an MVP and he was a Super Bowl MVP, could have been a lot more with Terrell Davis, man. I feel like, unfortunately he had a few knee injuries that kind of took him out of the game. If he would have just not getting those injuries, and, a lot of these, would-be guys, the main cause of it is going to be injuries. And it's just one of those deals with Terrell Davis, unfortunately. Great running back with the Denver Broncos in the late 90s, especially. He was a great running back. Terrell Davis, another one. Next on this list is, of course, Baylor's own RG3, Robert Griffin III. Man, Robert Griffin III was going to be something. He had probably the greatest year in college football, followed by the greatest year in a rookie year in the NFL. And, when Washington drafted him, A lot of people didn't really have Washington on the map. He actually put Washington on the map that year, and they went on to win the NFC East. And not only that, but they were in the playoffs. But unfortunately, again, injuries is what killed RG3's career. Unfortunately, as many people will know, in that game, he wasn't even supposed to be playing that game. He had a sprained MCL already, and then that playoff game, I guess Shanahan threw him out there because he needed him. They were desperate, let's be honest, and pretty much cost him. That turf in Washington was just gross anyways. I mean, who could even play in that turf in Washington? It ain't no wonder, not trying to be gross here, but, when Alex Smith broke his leg in Washington, it got severely infected to the point that he almost lost his leg. And it's probably all that bacteria and nastiness in that damn field anyways that caused that infection. Washington, do something better with your stadium. I'm telling you. All right, next one on this list. I was a fan of this guy when I was a kid, when the Cowboys were winning their Super Bowls. Anytime that Green Bay played the Cowboys, I was always watching this guy as a wide receiver. And that is, of course, the brother of Shannon Sharpe, Sterling Sharpe. Sterling Sharpe, to me, was, when he played the Cowboys, anytime I saw him in the early 90s, I thought this guy was going to be the next Jerry Rice. I really thought this guy was going to be the next Jerry Rice, and he was well on his way on this one too. But unfortunately, you get that injury bug. Severe neck injury cost Sterling Sharpe pretty much his NFL career. He was never the same. But man, that guy had so much talent, and even Shannon Sharpe, and when he got inducted into when Shannon Sharpe got inducted into the Hall of Fame, he gave so much credit to his brother Sterling. He even says Sterling was the better brother, athletic wise, and he's right. He was right. I mean, Sterling Sharpe in Green Bay in the early 90s could not stop him. Couldn't stop him. So that's another would be what if, I should say, what if. The next one on this list is, of course, Bo Jackson. Man, I loved Bo Jackson, man. The only problem I had with Bo Jackson is he couldn't commit to one sport. And I get it. Look, you want to be the dual threat. No one has really ever done it, and there's a reason why no one really has done it. I mean, you got Deion who's done it, but no one was dominant in both sports, baseball and football, like Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was dominant in both sports. And, this is a what if. What if Bo Jackson committed to the Raiders, right? What if he said, all right, I'm done with baseball. My full focus is going to be on football. We could be talking about the greatest running back of all time in Bo Jackson if he would have stayed focused just on football. He had that hip flexor injury that kind of slowed him down, but I don't know, man. If he would have focused on one sport and stick to that sport, he would have been the greatest of all time, I believe. And last but not least, Josh Gordon. Yes, remember Josh Gordon? He was like the talk of the town when it came to wide receivers coming up. Josh Gordon was it. He was like, oh, this kid here, another Randy Moss right here, could be another Jerry Rice. Again, I go back to Ricky Williams, wrong era. He was in the wrong era. He's another guy that couldn't drop the weed. Wrong era. If Josh Gordon was playing now, he'd be okay. But when the NFL was really hunkering down on smoking weed and getting high, Josh Gordon just couldn't let it go. And he's another reason, like a Ricky Williams kind of type. So there you go. So there's my list of what ifs of NFL players. There you go. Oh man, we're coming up on the debate here in just a little bit, so it's gonna get crazy. I'm kind of curious of what comes of this, and I don't. Sorry, there goes Siri. I say something and Siri comes popping up. Whatever. Stupid. What do I have here? What do I have here? Ah, yes, here we go. Here is another installment, ladies and gentlemen, of Jesse Ventura's Conspiracy Takes. I'm Jesse the Body Ventura. Hillary Clinton is a lizard person. You heard me. I'm Jesse Ventura. There's Jesse's Conspiracy Takes. All right. Well, moving on. Yeah, we'll get right into it. Here we go. Let's do this. And now it's time for Cece's Wild Ass Videos. Get your popcorns ready as Cece takes you on a ride of some of the weirdest videos of the week. Take it away, Cece. Okay, it is the favorite part of the show. It is Cece's Wild Ass Videos. You know, it's been rough. You know, I've been trying to, I don't know, I guess when you get older, and, you know, I'll talk to Keith, you know, because his birthday's today, and he turns the big 4-0, and, you know, every time you get a little bit older, you get a little bit, you know, you try to sleep a little bit more, or you're struggling to get up. And this is what I just felt like today. It was not good. Struggling to get out of bed. There it is. Yeah, that's how I feel like sometimes getting out of bed. It's rough. It's rough. Here's a classic episode of Cops here. Love me some Cops. Watch this bad boy.
The only thing I'm saying now is that I did not really know who you were. I thought you was a thug. It's dark over here, and when you
How about the overhead lights?
I thought it was Christmas. I didn't know.
I thought it was Christmas. Gotta love me some old Cops episode. You know, I always wonder, like, what a Lego would be like living at home. This disturbing video here. I'll go ahead and play this. Watch.
Yeah.
Where's my little honey, Derek?
Jeez, Mom, knock first.
I'm sorry, Derek. I just wanted to say goodnight.
Good night. Yeah.
Don't forget to set your alarm. Oh my God!
Oh boy. I mean, your Lego, when do you want to do that? I'm just saying. Moving on to the next video.
And by doing that, and all that requires, which is the hard work, the practice, working as a team, knowing that you will be undefeated even if you don't win every game, but no circumstance or event or moment will defeat your spirit.
What?
Say what?
You're undefeated even though you lose? Like that just defeats the whole point of being undefeated, right? I mean,
Say what?
yeah. That's what I said. Next video.
He's telling her how he used to do it. Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, I threw that nasty curveball. Should have seen him. Had big rotation on it. Yeah, I'll show you pictures when we get back home.
Oh, yeah. We've all been that guy. We've all been that guy. I mean, come on. You can't, if you're a guy out there right now watching this, you know, we've all been that guy. You know, yeah, you know, when I used to pitch, you know, when my curveball would always go 12-6. You see, this guy, even though he's a professional, his curveball is going maybe 3-7. Mine went 12-6. You know what 12-6 means? It means it starts from the number 12, like you're looking at a clock, right? And it starts from the number 12 and it sinks down all the way to number 6. That's how I rolled. You know, a lot of scouts were watching me, you know. Yeah, but you know, that damn injury, I just didn't. We were all that guy at one point of our. Oh no. We have a tragedy here. Hang on. No, not the trophy. Not the trophy. Okay, it's okay. Son of. Even though I lost my ass this past week, still the defending champ. That's right. I'll admit it. Got my ass whooped. Fantasy football. That bad boy right there, though, says otherwise. That's right. That's right. Have you guys ever seen a blue Cybertruck? Well, now here you go. What just happened? What just happened? And here's an important video for you guys to never, ever, ever give up. Never give up. Remember this. Never give up.
Oh, dude. You all right?
There it is. Never give up. This is a disturbing one as well. I don't know where I find these, honestly, but here we go.
So I just got this shirt, and if I charge it with this black light, look, it glows in the dark.
Yo, that's awesome, man.
That's so sweet.
Oh,
black light. Oh, so cool.
Do you have any more of those? I kind of want one.
Yeah.
Can I get one of those?
You know what? I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Oh, yeah, you want to come with me?
Sure, yeah.
Did you see
I saw a lot of cum, I think.
We'll just be like 25 minutes.
Yep, no, okay.
Oh,
yep,
yeah, you guys
sure
can.
then.
Either of you guys want to come?
No.
Oh.
You guys
Oh, turn the black light off. Turn it off.
My God. Gross. The Texas Tech bellboy seems to be enjoying his job a little too much here. What? I think he's having too much fun there. What do you think? I think he is. Poor kids these days can't even make any science projects anymore. Case in point.
14-year-old Ahmed Mohammed took his homemade digital clock to show his new engineering teacher.
I took it to school to show my teachers the talent that I had. It didn't look like a bomb.
The Muslim student was handcuffed in the hall.
Oh, well, I didn't even think about that, what tomorrow's going to be. Yikes. Yikes. Probably the greatest showdown of all time took place over the weekend at the Big House in Michigan. Charles Woodson face to face with Mr.
All right.
Here we go. Watch this.
Come on, baby.
Come on. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gone. I'm gone. Let's go.
There it is. What a great showdown that was. And let's check in on Patrick Mahomes after his Game 1 victory or Week 1 victory. And got a little tense with old Lamar over here.
And did you hear?
Watch this.
And did you hear Lamar Jackson complaining after we beat him? The guy goes 1 for fucking 8 in the red zone tonight, and he has the audacity to claim that Isaiah Likely's enormous goddamn foot was in the end zone. Just look at it; he's clearly on the white line. But let's listen to a tape of Lamar's ridiculous complaining.
I thought it was a touchdown. I still think it's a touchdown.
Jesus Christ, Lamar should cut those goddamn dreads. I think they're blocking his vision. You know, Lamar is basically just a running back who plays quarterback. He can run like a gazelle, but he can't throw touchdown passes. The guy keeps making excuses for himself. It's probably why he's never won a Super Bowl. Honestly, I feel sad for Ravens fans.
There you go on that. And when you're backing up your vehicle, a lot of people have that backup camera now. A lot of people don't use it. They say it's useless. You know, I get it. I don't use mine. But maybe sometimes you got to watch. You never know what you're going to catch. Oh, man. How embarrassing is that? Oh. Yeah, there you go. And I present to you the new car that's going to take the nation by storm. The Kamala Kia.
Introducing the all-new Kia Kamala, the first car to go from 0 to nominee in 0 votes.
I really love Venn diagrams. You know, the circles, right? 3 usually.
The Kamala is affordable because it's made with cheap foreign labor that came here illegally.
And said we're not paying them nearly enough.
And while it looks small on the outside, the interior is as roomy as a big yellow school bus.
Who doesn't love a yellow school bus, right?
And best of all, the state-of-the-art GPS will take you everywhere, except the southern border.
This whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
The Kia Kamala. Critics agree it's not a smart car.
There it is, the Kamala Kia. And got a bit of a video that I sent that Mr. Trump actually sent me. Going to present to Miss Harris later on today in the presidential debate. There's a little sneak peek of what we're about to see.
For the final part of the debate, we asked each of the two candidates to choose a song that best describes the opposing candidate. We will now play the song President Trump picked, that he thinks best describes Vice President Kamala Harris.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come.
There it is right there, folks. That is what you can expect to see in the debate coming up here in about 5 minutes. So that's going to do it for me, folks. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody for watching the show, giving us support. If you would like to give us a shout out or help us out or follow us on our social medias, check us out on the Sports Bras podcast. That's right. The Sports Bras podcast is where you can find us. I want to thank former President Donald Trump joining the show minutes before he goes on his debate. Should be interesting. I want to wish again my boy Keith a happy birthday. I know he's celebrating with family. Hope you guys enjoyed this little solo mission of mine. I'm sure Keith will be back on next weekend. Till then, everybody be safe out there, love one another, and be good to one another. And never ever forget, guys, you can't run, but you can't hide. I don't know. Unless you're Jesse Ventura looking for the aliens. Sounds good to me. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Be safe. Go football. Love it. Football is back. Gotta love it. Adios.